When you've been depleted, overextended, or disappointed in your life, your body automatically says no as protection because you're tired. You don't believe something you naturally do could be worth money. So the moment a paycheck enters the chat, you panic. And that is a real wound, y'all. If you can't even imagine seeing yourself succeed in something so great because your past didn't affirm it, you'll shut the door before you even try. And that's how we block our blessings. When something involves receiving money or stepping into a new role, it can feel like unfamiliar territory because our brains are wired to keep us safe and comfortable, and anything that feels new can trigger a little resistance. So that hard no, that's your protective response. But realize that what you're already doing, sharing, recommending, connecting is valuable, and that it's okay for you to receive something back for that. Recognize your own worth and see that you're allowed to let something you naturally do benefit you. Recognize that your everyday actions are already valuable and that it's safe to let those actions bring you financial support. Remove the barrier that says this has to be hard and replace it with a wow, this is really that simple, because it's already a part of who I am. Every day you recommend hair products, restaurants, shows, books, shoes, supplements, all these things, right? There's just no thank you check at the end of it. So it doesn't register that this is the same thing. If you're saying, I'm not into sales, I'm not a salesperson, psychologically, there is a fear of stepping into a role that feels unfamiliar or that you associate with pressure. So you're worried you have to convince people or be pushy, but the reality is you're already naturally recommending things you love all the time. And then for anyone saying, I don't have time, what's really happening underneath the no is a sense of overwhelm or protective instinct, right? Your mind is saying, I can't handle one more thing, because immediately you're picturing this as a big separate task that you have to now add to your life. But once you understand that this is just about integrating something that's actually small into your already existing life, it becomes less about finding extra hours and more about just making a gentle shift. You assume this will take more energy from your already drained life, right? You don't have the time. Going down this path actually creates time. When your body is nourished, when your mind works, your life stabilizes. When your life stabilizes, you can build. You're in a flow and it has purpose and it fulfills you. Okay, pay attention to this detour real quick. Cash flow, currency, income stream, liquid assets, drip income, waterfall structure. Notice the water reference to these things associated with money, right? Wealth does not come from grinding your body into the ground. That's survival energy opposed to abundance. Wealth flows is something you attract. Single mothers work harder than millionaires. It's a different mindset, different nervous system state. Flight or flight versus flow. When you're nourished and you're clear and you're regulated and you're steady, money flows naturally. You're not chasing it. You're not begging for it. You're not bleeding for it. It becomes you in flow. But I'll talk more about that at another time. Just see the value of your natural influence. It's safe to let what you're already doing be a part of your life and support your family, because it can actually change your entire financial situation for generations. You don't have to build a team. You don't have to make a career out of this. The goal is health. Just nourish your body, nourish your babies, and then watch what happens for you. Then share that with those you love, those who have already been supporting you out of this. Like, Aunt, try this. Grandma, here, please take this. Mom, here, you need this. Here, cousin that's an athlete in school, try this. A little niece, nephew with asthma, eczema, or behavior problems, try this. Then they see the health benefits and improvements in their life, and then they share. Every time someone shares or says yes to try, and they see the benefit and share it as well, every time you get a check. That's it. It's just simple math. Not hustle, not grind, not sales. It's letting what you already do support you back, and the income becomes residual, and this creates a ripple of healing. How can that? The Most High is all in that. Can you not see? Where's the risk? There's no inventory. There's no late night calls. There's no contracts. There's no trying to find your lane on social media. Like, remove all of the fear and see that this is really that simple. Nothing progressed for me until I made my family's health a priority. I thought I needed to do this or that first, then we could make some health changes. But everything I did was just getting by. It didn't change our situation at all. It didn't progress it. And I was just trying to get my way out of this. But when I say I leaped, I propelled forward. Once this came into my life and I leaned into it, and listen, y'all, I will be honest. I almost gave up on y'all. I was tired. The fear, the wounds, the trauma, the drama, the survival mode, the limited thinking of the Hebrew community. Not everyone, but as a collective, I didn't want anything to do with it. So I absolutely took a step back. I had to go take care of me. I had to nourish my brain. I had to get my clarity back and breathe deep again to see that I can't give up on us. Y'all, we're family. We walk through the same fire. We carry the same scars. We all share the exact same needs of rebuilding and recovering from a huge setback that could affect the generations coming from us. So I'm not speaking from a mountaintop, okay? Please know I have just as much on my plate as you do, because at one point I had 2 jobs while I was finishing up school and doing all of that while building Freshora, which is my award-nominated cleaning company, okay? I thank the Most High for that, but not to mention the mental load, the emotional, spiritual, all these needs that I still had to tend to for not just me, but 3 other beings every single day. I'm a single parent, y'all, don't forget that. But somehow this fits into my life. I can drive my children to school. I pick them up. I can make the award ceremonies and the school shows. It gives me more time with my girls, not less. More energy and more joy to laugh and play with them. More choices and opportunities financially. Time to travel and see my sisters and their families that I've stayed connected with. And mostly it's giving me a new experience for my nervous system. It says safe. That's why I can breathe. That's why I can think. That's why I can see. So I know what you're going through. That's why I can't turn my back on any of y'all and just go build alone. I want this for all of my sisters. Even the ones who don't speak to me anymore. I don't take that personal. I want this for you. I want this for your children. These babies did not ask for any of this. And they carry more of the weight from our choices and actions or lack of actions than we actually do. I'm here because I believe we deserve a softer life. And this is one of the simplest ways to start creating it. I know you can actually make it happen, and in a time frame that's much sooner than it is further away from us. You know, I'm putting myself out there, coming on here telling y'all this is safe. The water is exceptionally warm. You know, it feels great, y'all. Please come out here with me. Please reach out to me. Please connect with me. Y'all, I will make the time and share everything I know, everything I'm doing, all the resources. I will not gatekeep if you want to build. Even if you don't, please still reach out to me so you can nourish your family. What are y'all taking? What are you doing every day to ensure that your bodies are in optimal condition internally? After all those years of stress and heavy eating, what's the quality of your supplements? You know, can you really trust it, or is it something lesser because that's all you think that you can afford for your large family? Or just because it's more pricey, if you can afford it, is it really the best that you can give? Is the brand trustworthy? Is the brand trustworthy and honest about where they source their ingredients? Do they have studies showing what's taking place in your body, or do they just have really good marketing? Moms, are you really nourished? After all these years of nursing and multiple pregnancies, Dads, are you really in the best shape internally, not just physically, to continue to show up every day to make provisions for your family? Are you taking care of your brain? Are you taking care of your gut? Are you giving your children the vital supplementation that they need for their brains to grow, for their behaviors to regulate much easier, which then makes your job of raising them much easier and predictable? Below, I'll link a video to what we take, and this is the exact support that pulled me out of depletion and changed everything for me, making my path to financial freedom so much more attainable.